Hello, my name is KIMTI. My metric number is AP220299. Today we're gonna do the video documentary about Keep Calm and Go Green. So I hope you guys enjoy listening to our video documentary. That's all.
For some people, the desire to go green is to benefit the broader environment, fight climate change, reduce air pollution, and reduce the harm we inflict on the planet and its many species. Others are motivated by their love and concern for the health and well-being of humanity. No matter where you fall, you need to first ask yourself, what does it mean to go green? And why should I make the change? It's in simple terms, to go green means finding a balance between the life you live, the impact that life and your choices have on the planet, and being mindful enough to help maintain ecological balance to preserve the planet, its ecosystems, and its natural resources. Not an easy feat, since our society is not set up in a way to help us succeed. We live in a linear economy rooted in the take, make, dispose, step-by-step plan. This means natural resources, also known as raw materials, are collected, then manufactured into the products we buy that are used and then ultimately discarded as waste. Our planet is growing at the rate that is not sustainable. It's expected that the world's population will hit 9.8 billion people by 2015. So that means we need 2 planets to support our current consumption, and it's why the move to go green is more important than ever. For those who resist the call to live more harmoniously with nature, remember it's more than melting ice caps and tree hugging. It's about safeguarding the future of the human species and recognizing that we are a part of the nature, not separate from it.
Hi, I'm SHARMITHA, daughter of PADMANABAN. My metric number is AP220520. I'm going to talk about the Go Green campaign's objectives. One of the objectives is to develop a more conscientious and aware approach to environmental concerns. Second, enhance public knowledge of contemporary issues such as pollution and its environmental impact. Furthermore, whether directly or indirectly, to contribute to the resolution of global challenges. Last but not least, students should strive for a more responsible and sustainable way of life that benefits both people and the environment.
To keep calm and go green, there are several factors in environment that you should consider. Here are some key factors to focus on. The first one is renewable energy. Renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power are transforming our energy landscape by harnessing the power of the sun and wind. We reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and curbs harmful emissions. The second one is sustainable transportation. Let's hit the road sustainably. By opting for walking, cycling, or using public transportation, we reduce carbon emission and promotes healthier lifestyle. And with advancement in electric vehicles, the future of transportation is greener than ever. The third one is eco-friendly products and practice. It's time to make sustainable choice in our daily life by opting for eco-friendly products made from sustainable materials, reducing single-use plastic, and embracing reusable items. We reduce our environmental footprint. Next factor is waste management. Proper waste management is crucial for a sustainable environment. Recycling and composting minimize waste sent to landfill, conserving resources and reducing pollution. Remember, every small action counts. Another factor is conservation of nature resources. Protecting our nature resources is key to thriving environment. From conserving water through efficient use to preserving forests and biodiversity. we ensure a better world for generations to come. The last one factor is education and awareness. Knowledge is power. By raising awareness and educating others about environmental issues, we inspire change, from community event to sharing information. Together, we can make a difference. The conclusion is, the path to sustainable future begins with each one of us. By embracing this factor, renewable energy, sustainable transportation, eco-friendly products and practice, waste management, conservation of nature resources, education and awareness. With this way, we can create a greener world.
Hi, very good day to you, sir. I myself Nandini Rao and my matric number is CP220063. So I'm here about to explain consequences or effects on the environment. Numerous human activities such as overcrowding, pollution, the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation have an adverse effect on the physical environment. Climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality and undrinkable water have all been brought on by changes like this. These unfavorable effects may influence human behavior and lead to large-scale migrations or conflicts over access to clean water. So I would like to explain three most pollution on our environment. So moving on to the next slide, we'll see our first pollution, water pollution. Water pollution is a significant global issue that harms ecosystems and ecology, particularly in lakes or rivers. Declining water quality is concerning due to its economic, social and ecological significance. Water bodies have ecological roles like nutrient recycling, maintaining water levels, amphibian breeding and biodiversity conservation. They are also vital for economic activities such as fishing, agriculture, forestry and habitat retention. Water bodies may accumulate waste from cities, businesses and sewage, worsening water quality. In some areas, solid waste can be directly discharged into surface water if rules are not strict. So the second pollution is climate changes. So when climate pollution endangers our health, economy and ecology, it contributes to rising temperature, catastrophic wildfires, drought and flooding, as well as making our own town or residents more exposed to the health effects of air pollution. For example, open fire of burning garbages or trashes. Climate change exacerbates summertime ozone levels in major western cities or causes huge emission of fine particulate matter from wildfires. Science informs us that even lower level exposure to these air contaminants is harmful to our human health. Last but not least, oil spills. Heavy oil spills everywhere, no matter on water or land, can cause suffocation in organisms, hindering their ability to breathe, eat and regulate temperature. Lighter chemicals with higher bioavailability can be toxic, causing sublethal or fatal effects. Extinction of key species lead to ecological changes. For example, wildlife, sea mammals, example whales, seahorses, whichever that in extinction. Replacing them with similar species may not harm the ecosystem overall. Species filling with a niche with different purposes can harm the ecosystem, causing loss of habitat due to cleaning or lubricant activities. For example, a ship cleans its inner space by releasing the oils in the seawater.
Hi everyone, my name is Navina Arumugam. My matric number AP220522. I will be giving tips on Go Green. Sustainability and environmental concerns are relevant to everyone. Many people try going green tips to reduce harm to nature. It is so popular that the amount of papers on the topic have significantly grown in recent years. And it is an amazing trend that any college student can join. There are many ways to be sustainable in college and they do not require some enormous efforts or monies. So if you want to know how to be sustainable in college, look at these 10 green tips for students. Firstly, go paperless. One of the most efficient ways to make a college campus greener is to reduce the use of paper. Luckily, it is not hard at all with all the digital devices. Take electrical notes. Use your laptop or even phone to work. If you absolutely need to print something out, use two sides of the paper to go green at college. Eliminate paper towels, napkins, cups and dishes too. Secondly, learn more. Eco-friendly tips for college students won't be complete with some learning and research. You can find a lot of information online. For instance, watch some documentaries on zero-waste lifestyle. They can give you ideas and even some motivation to be creative. You can also go for a green project for students on the campus. This will help to find new ideas on how to be eco-friendly in college, and you can also meet new people. Next, reusable bottles. Only 30% of bottles are recycled and Americans use 3 million bottles every hour. Such sustainability facts for college students sound as nourishing. That's why investing in one refillable bottle for water is a great idea. And use a refillable container for lunch to eliminate everyday waste. In addition, recycle. One of the main parts of sustainability activities for college students is to recycle waste. Segregate the trash and recycle what can be recycled, whether it is paper, plastic or electronic batteries. Go Green projects for students at campus probably have recycling stations one can use. Also, donate or sell old items such as clothing instead of throwing them out. Furthermore, reusable bag. Another enormous source of waste is bags. Sustainability ideas for college students include shopping with reusable clothing bag, or you can simply use a backpack instead of paper or plastic bags at groceries. Next, transportation. The next step in green tips for students to reduce the use of transport as much as possible. Get a bike or just walk around the campus. You can also prefer public transport to the personal one more. There you can enjoy great movies on a way home. Moreover, save up electricity. Green tips for students include being responsible for the use of electricity. Turn off lights when you don't need them. Plug off everything not used at the moment. You can also change the light bulbs to fluorescent ones, which are more sustainable. Also, buy responsibly. One of the main contributing factors of population is consumerism. The more one buys, the more is produced and mostly not in an ethical way. Although some companies understand the importance of good business ethics in production, the majority of them prefer profits to the environment. Look for eco-friendly brands and local producers. Support sustainable brands in all industries. Additionally, use less water. It is one of the main Go Green project ideas for students. Reduce water use. Turn off the water when you wash face or brush teeth. Take shorter showers and fewer baths. Small changes can make a big difference in the long run. Last but not the least, nature cleaning products. Be aware of what you use every day and try to go more natural. Do not buy astral sprays as there are many alternatives. Try to reduce the use of chemical cleaners at home. Go Green ideas for school mean buying chemical-free options or even making your own clinic products from natural ingredients. Go Green ideas for school mean buying chemical-free options or even making your own clinic products from nature ingredients. In summary, these green tips for students will help you to make college life more sustainable. Small things can change the world for the better. And the best thing is that sustainability tips for college green ideas for school mean buying chemical-free options or even making your own clinic. Go Green ideas for school mean buying chemical-free options or even making your own clinic products from nature ingredients. In summary, these green tips for students will help you to make college life more sustainable. Small things can change the world for the better. And the best thing is that sustainability tips for college students do not require a lot of extra efforts or expensive alternatives. They are simple to follow and can save you some money. Thank you.
Now, we are proceed to the interview session among the UTHM students to see what their opinion about the Go Green activities.
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
What you learn about Go Green activity for this year?
So what I've learned about the Go Green activity was I haven't learned a lot since we do know that environments can be good for the entire world. For this year, I know since people saying that maybe like plastic it's so good and then they just like read and then use it, but instead they just throwing away. So it's like why we need to like throwing away. So what I learned is that people should take action for the to protect the environment, so that people should not do anymore again for the entire year. Because for example like plastic or maybe like glass or newspaper, well, newspaper can dispose of for like a week and so on, but instead plastic, it can take about 500 years to disposal for just disappear from like under the sea or inside of the ground.
Yes.
So people should take actions so that people will learn later on the future that the earth will be more healthy again.
For next generation.
Yes, since we already know that, since people saying plastic we can carry around things, but instead why we don't use environmental bags instead plastics? Because environmental bag is more it's good.
It's more convenient.
It's more convenient.
It's like the paper bag.
Yeah, it's like a paper bag, but instead paper bag can not easily disposal.
Yes.
Even it's still usable, but instead it just disposed for about 100 years and so on.
Yes.
And instead we can use environmental bag or maybe just like a metal straw instead of plastic straw and so on. So that's my answer for my what I learned about this Go Green activities.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, may I want to ask you a little bit of questions?
Yes, you can.
Alright, my last question was, does the pollution still exist until now? I know pollution is just everywhere. It happens to like all humans, like from the 90s until now. And why it still exists? I thought people just tried to stop it, but instead what we call it is unstoppable. So why was it?
In my opinion, answering your question, it's a good question. So about the pollution, right? So for example, like air pollution, one of the biggest thing, like everywhere we can see that air pollution, everywhere we can see. So even though they take a lot of steps, from like 90s or until now, they are already taking steps, but they are fully not conducted, like executed. For example, like around our university, there are a lot of factories still releasing some toxics into the air, even though they know it will affect the student. You know, right? Our university is a big university which has a lot of students who are studying and pursuing their study. So there are, for example, like the factories releasing the toxic, it will affect the student, but still they do because of the money or they want to do their work. But they didn't care about the environment. So that's why some of the pollution still existed and not been solved until now.
Alright, thank you very much.
Welcome.
It's your turn to ask question. So my question was, what was the community roles that they need to take action to protect the environment by using Go Green Tea?
Okay, first our community need to switch off the light minimum 1 hour to 2 hours, because we need to save our electricity, because if electricity we use too much, our next generation can't use it because it already gone.
So if you say that using too much electricity will cause every human will not gonna use it, but instead it also hurt for the environment, right?
Yes.
So what was the other suggestion but to tell the all around the world that instead using electricity, what was the other methods?
We can go using cell solar to charge our electricity. Like we can use cell solar to provide more electricity using environment like sunlight.
All right. So what other else that you can give us for your opinion?
Okay, we can use environmental bag instead of paper bag, plastic bag, and other else. So it seems like a straw. We can replace it to metal straw, wooden straw, to save our ocean, especially to save environment in ocean. Yes, that's all.
So it's a good suggestion that you have that answer, since a lot of people just throwing out plastic straw or plastic bag thrown in the ocean. I also heard about the story about the plastic that always thrown by human activities on the oceans. Since plastic can disposal for about 100 or 500 years
Yes.
to make it disappear on the oceans, and it can cause a lot of flora and fauna on the ocean. For example, like turtles. My turtles just eat the plastic and then they will just die like that. So they're sick and die. They got illness and so on. So that was a good suggestion. I also want to add about the Go Green tips that the community should take action is to strengthen the law enforcement, so that it is because since I know humans were not gonna be unstoppable. Humans are unstoppable, and they would do it again for the next future generation. Who knows? They just like cutting down trees for many years, and that makes the earth, it's like there's no tree anymore.
Like
so
dying.
yeah, like dying. There's no tree anymore. So the government should take action to have this law enforcement, so that the people will just like to follow it.
To save our forest.
Yeah, to save the forest, to save the ocean, a lot of things that we need to protect.
Yes.
So probably the government and also for our communities to also need to take actions to protect environment, so that the earth will make it more safe and also more healthy. So thank you so much for asking this question.
Thank you.
To interrupt, may I want to ask you some questions?
Yes, you may.
Alright, so my question was, what will happen to the community will not take any actions? So I know usually communities are no to take actions to protect the environment, but instead they just forget everything. So what will happen to the community? They won't take actions to protect the environment by using the Go Green activities.
Okay, so in my opinion, I think that if the community no take action to protect the environment by using the Go Green activity, it will cause the important thing, which is the air pollution. And then the second one will going to be water pollution. So if happening water pollution, human healthy will decrease because water is more is important to human. Okay, so the third effect will going to be the whole country economy will decrease For example, if the foreigner investor plan to invest in Malaysia, if they saw the environment of the Malaysia have so bad environment, it have the pollution like the water and air, they won't invest to Malaysia. So this will decrease the economy of the Malaysia.
Alright, thank you very much. So, in my conclusion, since environment is always important in our lives, for example, environments can always give us to live longer, we can live in a peaceful life, that we don't have to destroy everything that can make the earth suffer again. So I hope in the future that the communities and also for the governments will take action to protect the environment, and in the future that the earth will be more healthy again. That's all for me, and thank you for watching.